In this video, I am walking through the Behavior tab of the School Progress Monitoring dashboard. On this tab, we have a list of students who have at least one behavior incident. So you will not see every student that you support on this particular list. All of these students, again, have at least one behavior incident. We have a list of students, their grade level, their name, the number of behavior incidents that are at least level 4 in Infinite Campus that have been closed. So there's a note here at the top saying behavior incidents and suspensions are only added to this dashboard once they are closed in Infinite Campus. So if you have an in progress or open behavior incident, you will not see it in this dashboard. And again, only those level 4 or higher, which are the ones that could be resolved with suspension. So those are the only ones that you'll see here. If you want to see the admin conferences, those are listed on the individual student page, which I show in a different video. We also have the number of days since the last either ISS or OSS attendance record was entered into Infinite Campus. Now, please note that there may be discrepancies between the number of suspensions and the number of days since suspension was marked in the attendance because those are kept in different places. So the suspension is counting those behavior resolutions on closed behavior incidents. And then the ISS and OSS is just coming directly from the attendance. So those are two different places. If those records aren't kept perfectly, then you'll see discrepancies. We wanted to include the number of days since the last ISS or OSS attendance record so that you can see your students who are making improvements, who have made it many weeks or months without having a suspension. So we can see some of these students that they haven't had a suspension in 180 days, even though this student has had many. It's been a while since their last one. So that's something that I would celebrate with that particular student. If you would like to see an individual student's number of incidents, the tier, that behavior severity tier, and then also when those suspensions occurred, you can click on the individual student in the list and it will show you in the visuals what applies to that student. So I picked Melvin here, who has had 10 incidents, 9 of them with suspension, but it's been 180 days. So this student has had 2 suspensions of level 4, 2 suspensions of level 5, and 4 of those all together. And they've also had 1 behavior incident that was with a deferred expulsion or alternative to expulsion. 2 of those occurred in August, 1 in September, 1 in October, and 1 in November. And in September, that was not a suspension. These orange ones were suspensions. I can also go to that individual student's page by clicking on that purple button that appears above the table. I'm going to unclick on that student's name or click that reset button to go back to seeing the trends for all of the students in the school. In the filter panel, if I open that up, we can filter by number of behavior incidents, number of suspensions, or days since last ISS or OSS attendance. So I want to see the students who've only had one really recently. I can kind of bring that scroll bar down. So who are the kids who have had very recent suspensions, maybe in the last 30 days? And I want at least 1 behavior incident and maybe like at least 2 suspensions. Who are those students? So then I'm going to close this. Again, here are the students with at least 2 suspensions. And the last one was within the last 30 days. So these are the students who maybe I need to try some behavior intervention practices with in the near future. Again, to reset that, we can just click on the reset button and we go back to seeing all students in the school.